Hey guys, it's me Mario. I'm here doing the second episode of the hit TV show, anime, whatever you want to call it, Mr. One Punch himself, One Punch Man. So excited to be doing the second episode review on this, and here with me to do it is my very special guest, Ben. He loves anime just as much as I do. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Ben.
Hey, internets, Mario's fans. This is Ben. Nice to meet y'all.
Awesome, awesome. So you weren't with me to do the first one, Ben. I had such a great time doing the first episode of the review for
Yeah,
One Punch Man.
it was awesome.
And so just so people can know, are you one of these people that thinks One Punch is overrated, or maybe you don't like One Punch as much as the other people, but just so people can kind of gauge like how much of a fan you are of One Punch, how do you like this show so far?
I personally think that One Punch is probably the best anime, most interesting anime that I've seen so far. It really, the first episode just really caught my attention. It's a lot of really subtle things going on in there. I don't know. I really love it. I like it. I love the theme song. Best theme song ever.
So agreed on that. Best theme song ever. I said that on the episode 1 review. So here we are, episode 2, and the entrance of the samurai ninja cyborg Genos. And when I was watching the first episode, I remember my first thought was, what is this show? Like, I am so lost. And then this second episode starts off with this badass cyborg character named Genos, and there's this whole mosquito. It's like, out of all the
Oh
insects in the
yeah.
world, let's start off with the mosquito infestation because yeah, that happens. And it
Oh
was
yeah.
it was awesome. I had such a great time watching this show develop, in this second episode with Genos finally being unveiled, and the mosquito queen or whatever you want to call it. And then it goes to Saitama in his
Yeah.
apartment, watering his cactus, and then the
Yes.
just
Oh yeah.
so good. So good. So, okay, so as far as Genos goes, like, how do you like him as a character?
I really like Genos. Okay. How he plays off from Saitama is really interesting. Genos is this incredibly driven character. He's got regrets to kind of make up for, and he's got to gain power. And he sees Saitama as the guy that's going to help him. And I don't know. It's interesting.
Oh
I
yeah.
I, I like that.
Yeah, they play this such a dynamic because they're totally bipolar opposite
Yes.
in just all aspects of life, really. I mean, he's serious. He has a mission. He's there to basically get revenge on who killed his family, and he's gonna find that robot that did so. And when he saw Saitama just swat the freaking mosquito queen onto the side of the freaking wall and bare ass naked,
Yeah.
he was like with one eye, like, I gotta have this guy as my master. And it
Yeah.
was just this awesome parallel of, hey, you stranger, teach me how you became that, or how you become that powerful. And
Yes.
this whole thing, and I just loved his backstory that Genos gave with this epic monologue of Saitama basically
Yeah.
convulsing because he was hearing all this
Yes.
information. It
Yes.
was such a great moment in the anime in the second episode.
Yeah.
And
Getting faster and faster
and
and faster. Oh, it was
I
great.
just I
I
just
love it.
love I just love that one, and I'm gonna put it up for sure in this video, of that still of him like almost like in mid convulsion, just kind of like waiting, like almost foaming at the mouth because it's like information overload.
Yeah.
Such a great moment.
Give me the too long didn't read part.
Yeah, exactly. And I got to say this, the best line in the whole anime, or in this second episode, is mosquitoes suck. Like, that was like the
Yes.
best line in that whole show. But so then we got introduced to the House of Evolution.
Yeah.
And the House of Evolution, that is going to play a very interesting role in this episode, and you find out that, there's someone behind the scenes. There's someone that is maybe like going to be the next villain that Saitama's going to face. We don't know. But it's very interesting how Saitama, as of yet, and I've mentioned this in the first episode, is how can they make such a story plot with a man who can defeat anyone in one punch? And they execute it every episode. It's so parallel because Saitama is a character that wants to basically be the one to save the day, but he's not running so adamantly. Like, it's like if he's bored.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's like, I see someone on the TV and I see this big old monster wreaking havoc. I think I'll just go and kill him with one punch. But I just like
that's so interesting. It's like, it's such a completely different hero story that you've ever seen before. It's like, I don't know, we've never seen this like that.
We've never seen this. I have yet to see an anime where they have done something like that. That's why this anime is so compelling.
Yeah.
And
well, in the first episode, to kind of go back, it's like you see him like I don't know, he's getting excited when something really strong is there that for him to fight, and then he's kind of disappointed it wasn't up to his expectations.
It was the Subterraneans when he was having that dream. He was like, "Oh, I haven't felt this in so long." But it was, that's such a great part. So then you have the whole, Genos basically asking Saitama, like, please train me and please, and that's going to be very interesting too, because Genos, sees Saitama as, such a person of strength and everything like that. And we don't know, like, this anime starts off in the first episode, like, how did he become this strong? Where did he get this sort of power from? And we're already kind of accepting the reality of that there is monsters like a mosquito queen or the parasite monster or this big old colossal titan because he drank some steroid fluid.
Yeah.
Like we're living in this kind of anime world where anything's possible. Mm-hmm. But, I'm just very excited to see how the story of Saitama's strength plays out, how Genos... how the whole relationship with Genos and Saitama is going to play out, and where this House of Evolution is going to take place, and like how, like what is this gorilla going to say? At the end of the episode, this gorilla is basically like at Genos's mercy, and we don't know what he's going to say. He's like, okay, I'll tell you everything. So what is he going to say? And I don't know. I'm very looking forward to doing the next review of episode 3 of One Punch. Ben, do you have any closing thoughts or anything that you want to tell the people for this episode?
Well, I don't know. I always like all the kind of subtle things that they get at in the story. Like the gorilla cyborg was sitting there kind of amazed that he'd been so manhandled by Genos. And he's sitting there, okay, I'll tell you the story. And it's like Genos and Saitama kind of get distracted. And the gorilla just sits there like, okay, it's time, my chance to transmit all the information. And this little satellite dish comes out of his head. And then he's like, then they finally notice him and he's like, uh-oh, better hide that. I just like all these little subtle things that they do that are, I don't know, it's just great. I love it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And even though you kind of foreshadowed some stuff that was on the next episode, that's okay because that's not really a spoiler, I guess.
Oh, is it? Oh man, I have to apologize because Mario and I have seen all of the current episodes, and maybe things run together a little bit, and I apologize about that.
But it's all good because if you're watching One Punch, you cannot have one episode and be satisfied. You're going to watch the second, you're going to watch the third, you're going to watch the fourth. And I encourage you, if you are watching this review, tell a friend about this anime. Don't just be the only one watching this anime alone, because Ben had no idea this anime even existed until I said, Ben, do yourself a favor and watch One Punch. And he's like, what? Watch One Punch Man. Best thing you can do in your life.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great anime. Most interesting anime I've ever seen. The storytelling is awesome. These writers are they're thinking of a lot of stuff, and they're really telling an intricate story. and I don't know, I just love it. It's great, and their sense of humor is very sophisticated. I enjoy it immensely.
Yes, we kind of glossed over a lot of the funny parts, in this second thing. Now I'll end it off with the best funny part, at least to me, that I just cracked up on, was the mosquito. Like him trying to kill the mosquito, I was just, oh my god, him chasing the mosquito with the freaking can of like Raid or just some mosquito repellent, like, oh, I was just in hysterics. But like and subscribe. If you want to keep following our reviews, me and Ben will be doing the further reviews for episode 3. Right now, I think the current episode right now that you can watch is episode 10. Episode 11 will debut on Sunday. So super excited to get caught up with all these episodes for you so we can do every review. So that way, once we get up to current episodes, we can start speculating. We can start talking like, man, what are they going to do for the next episode? Because that's where the beauty really lies. That's what people want to get to. So like I said, if you're seeing this review, keep watching. You won't be disappointed. You'll still be guessing. You think you know what's going to happen. You don't know a damn thing.
No, you
because
don't. You do not know what's going to happen.
You don't know what's going to happen. You think you do, but you don't. So like and subscribe. Ben, thank you so much for doing this review with me. Super appreciative.
Anytime.
So guys, do yourself a favor. Spread One Punch. That's the anime to watch. I'll check you guys later.